What's up, fellas? It's come to my attention in the last episode and while doing some off-screen work here that we are running out of room in this huge building I made. And I'll show you more of what I mean, so if you will, follow me. So we pop out here, go down like a civil gentleman. This is all fine and dandy. This isn't too bad per se. We are a little cramped on upgrade room, but it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with that as we expand. What I'm really focusing on right now is storage. This kind of stuff's not too bad. It comes and goes, so I'm not too worried about it. But the miscellaneous chests, oh my gosh, we are loading up, fellas. We have got so much stuff, and it's overflowing, and I'm having to mix and match. Some of this stuff's not too bad, but I think what I'm gonna do is extend this out like we talked about in the last episode. So extend this part out, either 1 or 2 blocks, not sure, and kind of move everything to a reasonable location and have room for the future. And talking about sweet extensions, we got us this extended erection of beautiful bridge monumentism. Not sure if that's a real sentence, but it sounded cool. So I'm going to take you to the other side and show you what I plan to do. Okay, so we're out here. My plan, at least at this very moment, is to finish extending this out, probably level with that edge over there, and then move that edge out as well for added space, because we are running out of space pretty dang quickly. So, show you what I mean. Follow me. Okay. We go in here. We've already seen the storage disaster. There's space here, but it can't really be used because, well, that exists. And also this. So what we need to do is, I'm actually going to open this area up, I think, and move the bedroom to the extension that we're going to put onto the side here. Can't really see it. Why? Because I'm terrible at building. Okay, here's what I mean. We're going to extend this out and add on to this part. So, what we're going to do, I think, is probably do a hall, or a living quarter area that's kind of diagonally roofed into this one, and it comes out, and it's like living quarters, and I may move some stuff to that side, crafting benches or decorations or something, but try to make this place a little more extravagant. And in that extension, the land will come out equal with that corner and then come in and meet right there, and that'll be where the living area is, and probably the portal area will be under the living area. But how are we going to build that high? Logs, actually. So when you place down a log like this, it's 4 meters. I mean, it's a very, very big boy. So I think that's about well, it may not be full extension. You can kind of see that it is quite massive. I put it on here, boom, 4 meters. And most walls are 2 meters. So we snap a wall to it, we can put double high. The thing about logs, unlike supports, is that when we go and view a support, wherever one might be, the support there, oh, well, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, let me find another one. So the support here is blue, indicating to us that it is ground. It is a foundation, it is solid. Okay, what does that do for us here? This is a 4 meter log high. So if you notice, on this wood log here, it's blue, it's ground. This is all connected to the ground, as it should be, but so is this part, and even up to here. And all this stuff right here, which is connected to these 2 posts, is blue, so it indicates a foundation. It's the same as it being on the ground is essentially what I'm saying. So with all that log talk out of the way, the plan is to use logs as our side base, or our foundational base, so you can see them here. Use the 4 meter logs on the bottom to create a foundation up 1 space higher, and make it a bit taller, put the portal hub down here, and leave that portal up there just to get to that land to deforest all those beautiful trees and stones, and then have the bedroom up top. And with moving the bedroom to the top, we will have to make another campfire. But that's okay, because I think we'll still keep the cooking area in here, since it is the quote-unquote great hall. But that'll also free us up a little bit of extra room to have an open like display area, make it look a little more homely. But with all that plan and discussion out of the way, that means that I am about to be a very busy bee. That's a lot of wood and a lot of stone. And I know we've been mining, but I'm going to take a break from that to get this all done. We're going to get the renovations done in this episode, and then, once the renovations are done, then we'll go finish kitting ourselves out with iron. But as you can see, we've got pretty much all iron anyway, so that puts us a bit ahead of quota. So with us being ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and make this renovation now so we don't have to do it when we're getting into the real good stuff. Because the swamp's like the start of the good part of this game, or the fun part, the real fun part. And then once we get there, the excitement begins. So I'm gonna go get busy on deforesting that whole island pretty much, and then we're gonna get busy on building as well. So I'll see you guys when all the foundational things are done. Alright, with a little bit of mining, fellas, we erected some more ground. We're gonna expand this diddly out this way, and we're gonna start building a masterpiece. So I'll see you once I get the bones of the erected building up, okay? I'm not gonna show too much of the progress we have, because I don't want to spoil it, but I'll give you this. This will become the portal chamber. We'll have a hearth down there, and the bedroom and stuff will be upstairs. But that's all I'm gonna share with you on this titty bitty little update, and then I'm gonna show you what really happens. So just give me a minute, and we'll make it work. Alright, fellas, after a bunch of digging and hassling and mining, cutting wood, we finally got our living quarters adjusted. We haven't adjusted this yet, but I figured this will be a little less awe-inspiring. But if we take a stroll in through here, you'll notice there is no upstairs in here anymore. That is intentional. We got us a little bit of a trophy deal going on here, kind of cook, and we left the cooking area where it was. I thought that this would be kind of cool to have a use for this area other than just like a trophy hall. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna let you see this in its full glory. As you can see, it is mighty smoky up there. Come down here. It's not quite done yet. I'm gonna bring the portals that are over on the island that we started on. I'm gonna bring all of them but the actual portal that connects our base to that island over here, just so when we have to gather wood and stuff, we still have an easy way out. So the swamp portal will probably go over here, the trader portal will go over there, and we'll line portals all the way around this bottom area here, just so we have something kind of cool. And I'll finish outfitting like the trims and stuff. Like I want to put some of this down in between the stone and the wood just to make it look better, but that's kind of non-necessary. But this is the bottom. We do have a hearth, which is pretty cool, but I'm having some, not ventilation issues, I wouldn't say, but it just doesn't like to vent out the sides like those fires do. So I may have to revisit that at a later date, but we'll take you to the actual living quarters. So we come upstairs, and we've got our very, very, very cool throne. Gray brute dwarf, trolls on the sides. Then we walk back, past the lighting, go to the sleeping area. I'll probably refine this as time goes on, but so far, we've got our ball in bed here. We've got our chests as they were, food on the left, riches on the right. But you can actually see into this area, which I think is cool. And I may tie like the pillars in here just to make it look cool, but I think it turned out pretty good. I actually do like the offset architecture a little bit. I think it adds some zest, but I may move this column over. But I think with the table and the chairs and the throne there and the hearth in the middle, I'll resolve the smoke issue later. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Anywho, I figured that would be a good extension, and I'll show you from the outside how it looks. Alright, so we've expanded the home base about that much. We got us a nice square base over here for all of our lovely pleasures of living. Pretty massive extension to the base. I mean, we just view it from the top, you can see how much bigger the base actually is now. I think it looks a heck of a lot better, but feel free to let me know what you think. And I think this kind of base just kind of looks way better than, you know, it would have if I just did it on like land over there. I just think it looks a lot better personally, but feel free to let me know what your thoughts are on the matter. The canal looks pretty cool. I'm actually gonna have to hollow it out a little bit on this side. But as far as what we're gonna do after this, I'm gonna make this part right here, this edge of the workshop, I'm gonna extend this out, just probably to level with this staircase here. Just move our storage back in like we had mentioned, a U-shaped pattern. You can feel free to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Ignore the driftwood behind the base. Believe you me, tying in the roofs is dirty business, and this is only part of what I got. As you can see, there's a little bit of, we'll call it sawdust, and the tie-in was not perfect. There was some weird offset, so we got some gaps and stuff, but it's not too bad, I don't think. And without any further ado, I'll extend the workshop out, and then we'll get to the content part of the game. So I'll see you guys when that's done. So now we're done extending the shack. The old shack ended, I want to say, yeah, the old shack ended right here at this piece, at the edge of this piece. It ended, and we extended it out. There's another slot here for whatever we might need, as well as an empty slot here for whatever comes immediately next. So what to do now? Well, the way I see it, we need more iron. But the way I also see it is that you guys probably are tired of watching me go through crypts. Alright, fellas, it's time to get into the swamp. Okay, fellas, we made it into a sunken crypt. Someone forgot to hit the record button. Like a big dummy. But that's the price you pay sometimes. I've been discussing, unknowingly not recording, but I've come to the conclusion that we're gonna have a hell of a time beating Bonemass, I think. He doesn't do piercing damage. It just doesn't do a whole lot to him, which makes me kind of worried since that's how we defeated Ichthyr and the big boy in, well, whatever episode it was. Last episode, maybe? Who knows? Anywho, we're gonna have to fight him without the bow, which makes me sad and also a little scared because the bow has been my friend. And I don't plan to ride that wagon all the way out, but it would have been nice to have that option. What I do know, big boy Bonemass is nasty poison. He does decent damage, though he is kind of slow. What I don't know is how much armor I'm actually gonna need to not instantly die. And you may actually see me fail a boss fight, which I think would be alright. I'm not sure what we're gonna do about the Bonemass situation. We are gonna have to kill him to progress, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be this episode. Probably not. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, because I'm not sure how big of a scaredy wuss I need to be, but knowing me, I'm not a very intelligent person most of the time, so we'll probably just YOLO it and get absolutely smacked. What I don't know, and what I would like to know, is if there's an efficient way to kill him, or if I'm just going to be beating him over the head senselessly for, you know, the better part of an hour. No way to know until we do it, I suppose. So, I do know the food situation still sucks, but again, that's a personal problem, it seems, because someone likes to eat all the food all the time. So what is cool is having all of our portals over here. I'm really digging that. There's a lot less travel involved, which makes my heart very happy. I'm actually going to sleep out this thunderstorm if possible. I don't know if you saw that, but that's happened twice now in our series. But sometimes there's not much left to the night, and when there isn't much left of the night, Clarence lays down and immediately gets out of bed with no loading screen, which is kind of funny looking, but, you know, we've all had those. Sometimes life do be that way. I think I broke it. But does it run out of juice? Please tell me they're not up. Oh my god, they are. Well, there goes my boat. Guess that's just the way it goes sometimes. Alright, I think we have about enough iron. We're gonna go get the rest of the prep done, because we've got quite a bit of it to do. I think I'm gonna fish for like an ungodly amount of time, because really what we're gonna have to do is wait for all of our iron to smelt up, which does not make me a happy boy. Wow, look at all that. Smelted up really fast, like alarmingly fast. Okay, but while the rest of that cooks up, I guess I'll go fishing. I think the play here is to do the big fish and upgrade our gear, cook all the food we managed to catch, and cash out at the trader. We'll go through what our findings are and what we're gonna do to prepare for the big bone boy. I'm gonna go look for fish, so I'll see you guys in a little bit once I get all the food grind out of the way. Oh yeah, baby. Let me get back to the room and we meet up and talk about all we done. Okay, fellas. So we made it back to the homestead after some hellacious grinding, as you can see. We've got massive amounts of thistle, massive amounts of meat and entrails to turn into sausage. Alright, so now it's time, baby. We gonna make us some more sausages. Alright, fellas, so we were able to make 60 sausages out of our little thistle trip and have some thistle left over for other things. I think that's a good haul on our end. It's time for hellacious amounts of upgrades. 122 bars of golden deliciousness. I'm honestly hoping that we have enough to upgrade everything, but we'll see. So first things first, armor goes first for sure. We've run into a bit of a roadblock there, fellas. We will not be able to upgrade these, the greaves and the mail, until we have a level 5 forge, but we know we need to do that. So with that said, what we are going to do is, since we've got a little bit of extra iron on our case, we're going to go ahead and make these other upgrades as well. I think they're definitely needed, and we got to get them at some point anyway, so may as well do it now. So I'm going to drop off this extra food madness, and I'm going to show you what else we managed to get while we were out. We managed to get not as much meat as I would have liked, just didn't see as many deer, but you can see the amount of fish we had. We definitely got busy on the fish part of that, so we should be good on the sausage front and the fish front for a while, I think. Alright, this is the workbench. Bam! And now we need 20 iron for that, huh? Ouch. That's, oof. Alright, so it looks like we're pretty good on everything as far as just general base stuff. I mean, the base is looking pretty snazzy. Looking much better than it has in the past. Again, do note I am going to do some minor revisions in between this episode and the next 2 or 3, just around the base to make it look a little cleaner. But this is what we're going to be dealing with for a little while. So, alright fellas, so I think that we're going to call it, just because the amount of stuff left to do for the Bonemass prep is starting to shrink very rapidly. So the next episode, you can expect to see me mead it out. I'm going to get all the meads we need and finish upgrading the pants and the weapon and the shield, of course. I'm going to get the rest of those upgrades, do maybe 1 or 2 crypts. I'll probably bring you in for a brief moment on that. But once we get all that out of the way, I'm going to make sure that that's a good way to fight the Bonemass man. And then, once that happens, you best believe that we're going to add him to the wall of bosses? I don't know what you call it. We're just going to add him to the ritual altar back there at the spawn point, and we're going to hang his head with a happy smile on our face and get us to the mountains, where we'll find snow and probably frostbite. So until next time, fellas, I'll see you in the next one, okay?